Hello, dear students. Get ready for a fun audio lesson of English ahead. Here we will learn and have a great time together. Unit 3. The way you look. Ali was sitting near the window and reading. Suddenly, he sneezed loudly. Archie. Ali's parents were in the kitchen. His mother said to Ali's father, "He sneezes just like you do. If you were not here, I would have thought it was your sneeze." Nadir had gone to his grandmother's house. Everyone who met him said, "He looks so like Sami." Sami is Nadir's uncle, his mother's younger brother. Do you look like your father or your mother? Perhaps you do not look like either. You may resemble your aunt or uncle, or even one of your grandparents. The way you look and talk and move depends on tiny particles in the cells of your body called genes. Genes are a kind of code. Everything about you comes from the code in your genes. These genes decide, when you are born, whom you will look like and how tall you will grow. They come down to you from your parents. Some come from your mother and some from your father. Until the discoveries of Gregor Mendel, nobody knew anything about genes. People did not really understand why people of the same family resembled each other. They did not know about heredity. Gregor Mendel was born in 1822 in Austria. He was especially interested in the breeding of plants. In those days, many people thought that if you crossed a white flower with a red one, all the next generation must turn out pink. Mendel realized this wasn't true. He began to experiment with peas to prove his point. For many years, he grew pea plants. Sometimes he crossed short plants with tall plants, sometimes purple-flowered plants with white-flowered ones. He took down details of all the plants he grew. He noted their height, the shape of their leaves, the kind of pods they produced, whether they were strong or weak, and so on. Mendel discovered that something in the plants gave them certain qualities, such as tallness, shortness, and color. Mendel called them factors. We now call them genes. He realized that all the factors of each plant could be passed on to another generation quite separately, but some factors were stronger than the others. For instance, if your father is tall and your mother is short, you may inherit both tallness and shortness. However, you may be tall or short depending upon which of your parents' gene is dominant. One of Mendel's experiments was to cross purple-flowered plant with a white-flowered plant. The first generation of new plants all had purple flowers. When seeds from the new purple-flowered plants grew up, one plant of the next generation was white. Although the gene of the white plant did not show up in the first generation, it must have been there. The purple came out more because it was dominant. Mendel found that if he crossed tall plants with short ones, the same thing would happen. Tallness won over shortness in the first generation, but some short plants came up in every later generation. He observed that these characteristics showed up in different generations. Then he sent a pamphlet to the most famous scientists of his time, showing the results of his work. Unfortunately, Mendel's ideas were too difficult for other scientists to understand. After many years, they accepted the truth of Mendel's studies. Keep on watching for mastering in reading, listening, and speaking skills.